All right, I'll open tonight's select board meeting, Monday, May 4th, 2026 at 4:30 p.m. I'll make note this meeting is being recorded using artificial intelligence for note-taking purposes. Roll call vote, Dan Haskins present.
Colton Andrews present.
And Seth Alexander will be joining us a little late today. Could all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll hold off on approving the minutes until Seth is here for that one. Next up, I will present a letter of resignation from our town assessor. Unfortunately, our assessor, Romana, is no longer going to be able to fulfill her duties as assessor, so she'll be resigning from her position. Anything else we need to?
No, it's unfortunate. Her mom had some major surgery. She's got to attend to her mom, and so to be fair to the town, she's let me know that she can't get the attention to the town that she could. So I will be meeting with her tomorrow on phone with Amber, and we're going to figure out a direction to go.
Okay. Sure. All right, perfect. Keep us posted on how that goes, and then from there we'll make a plan.
Just want to thank her for her time, though. She did bring a lot of value to the town.
No, she did do an excellent job in her time here. All right. At this time, Finance Committee would like to open your side of the meeting and start discussing the budget.
Finance Committee would like to open the meeting at 4:31.
Want to take the lead around here on the budget?
Let's go for the budget first. I've been with you guys more than enough, but I don't know if you guys are comfortable with the first few pages we've been through. Is this all changed, or is it the only change that we've made there? We increased the snow and ice budget by $24,000.
The school change.
School change. The change in the school budget was the teachers were getting 3%, and the TAs were only getting 2%, and they changed that back to 3% for the TAs to make it fair. You know.
Yeah. So I attended last Thursday night school committee meeting, and the school committee had to vote on the raise for the pretty much non-contract employees at the school. And they're like, well, usually this falls in suit with what the town does for raises for town employees. And so they did the math out. It's very minimal, $2,500 for them to be able to get a 3% raise from previous years. So I said I would bring it up tonight's meeting. If everyone's good with that, I didn't see any issues with it. If they're, I would say on the lower side of the pay scale position, so it doesn't make a huge effect. And I do, think the cost of living that's fair. 3% increase there. So that's why the school budget is up about $2,500 from what was previously approved.
Yeah, and as you go down through, there's really no major changes. Everything is stayed pretty good all the way through. Like I said, the only big change was snow and ice, which put us in line. He's been over 4 straight years,
Right.
4 or 5 straight years. The other line item we added in was municipal vehicle that we put on the road. We put a line item in for that for $3,000 town vehicle, which wasn't in there before. And pretty much it. Just go down to the final numbers. The final town budget number came in at $1,911,815, which was a $48,942.84 total increase, which equated to 2.63%. The elementary school came in at $3,112,174, an increase of $126,530.97, which equated to a 4.10% increase. And a lot of this increase is even with the town and the schools is insurance, health insurance, which you really can't control. I think on the town side, let me just say this, on the town side, we did a very good job of keeping things in check and control. you know, there's not much there to cut for us, really. McCann Tech came in at $426,330, which was a decrease of $11,237, which is a negative 2.57%. The decrease was 7 less students from last year, but next year you'll see an increase there because we're going to start paying for the roof.
So will that be built into that assessment, or will it be separate as a debt?
It'll be. I think it's going to come through separate as a debt exclusion.
So that just jogged my memory. Now I believe in FY27 is an interest only payment.
It's only interest only. Yes.
And do we have that worked into this budget?
It wasn't in this budget. It'll be next year, 28.
Okay.
It'll be 28. Yeah.
For some reason I was thinking that it was
Yeah.
in FY27.
Yeah. So our total we came out to is there's a total budget. Our total budget came in at $5,550,319, which was a increase of $164,236. $236.81, which is a total increase of 3.05%, which is really good, all in all. If you look at today's time, but everything else, it's really good. And then we really lucked out this year, and it came in late this year, but I have to say, the treasurer, tax collector did an outstanding job of going after back payments on taxes and liens and everything else. What do you think, Kelly? Got $250 from?
If you have interest, probably closer to
almost $300,000 there.
Wow.
We went after some properties that we've been hanging around. We got some sales on the property. We had the sales on the cruiser. There's a bunch of other stuff that came through. So our free cash came in this year. It's pretty amazing at $950,652. So that we're not going to see that every year.
No.
Let me just tell you that. So it was a big surprise to me, as I imagine it was to a lot of people. But what it does for us is for year after year, we wouldn't have that. It gave us an opportunity to reset a little bit.
Absolutely.
You know, we talked about stabilization and everything else. We had next to nothing. I talked about that at one of the school committee meetings. You know, we're a disaster away from being in big trouble. So it gave us an opportunity to reset. So and that's what it did. So we're going to do some, and these are in the articles. We're going to talk about it. We're going to take from free cash. We're going to the DPW is going to purchase a truck for $163,569.40 out of free cash. There's some prior bills from last year that need to be taken care of for $500.74. The library needs some repairs. The trustees are going to kick in $5,000, and the town's going to kick in $10,000 to take care of those repairs to the building out of free cash. Free cash stabilization, we're going to transfer $450,000 into our stabilization account. That'll put us up around $750 in our stabilization.
That's great.
We're going to take free cash to balance the FY26 budget at $150,000, and the total free cash we're going to be using in articles this year, our warrants, is going to be $774,070.14. And that's going to leave us a balance of $176,581.86 in free cash. Lynn, do you want to talk to that number? Because I know there were some questions about that number, about the 176 that's going to be left over.
as far as how it's.
Yeah, how it works. Yeah.
So free cash is certified as of July 1 every year.
Mhm.
So it's based on the prior fiscal year's closing. So this free cash was for FY25. So it's certified as of July 1, 2025. And then you can use it for the whole next fiscal year. It expires on June 30th of this June, so June 2026, it expires. And what you don't use, it's kind of just builds the state and the town's, like fund balance section. It just keeps the town more stable because you're not using it. It doesn't mean that you're losing any money. It will kind of help you next year.
It just restricts what you can use it.
Yeah, it's just like a business. That's the fund equity balance of your balance sheet. That is what this is. It's kind of, helps keep the town more stable. If you use it all, and you did need it for a purpose before June 30th, you couldn't, it's gone. You can't vote any more free cash after June 30th.
Okay.
And then, some towns they have a policy to keep 50%, 75, they'll use such amount. It just depends what the town's needs are that year. But it doesn't just, go away if, like, people think, oh my God, if I don't use it, it's going to be gone. You can't ever use it. It's not the case.
It has to be recertified to the following year
So
anyway.
FY26, and June 30th, once free cash is certified again, it will be as of July 1, 2026.
All right, it just carries over.
Yeah.
to the next
But
time.
even though we just got it certified recently,
Right.
it's really dated July 1 of last year.
Okay.
But you can't use it until it's certified, so.
Right.
Just on budget talks right now, going over what we're spending our free cash on and how we're handling that.
Yes, Seth, just so you get you up to date where we're at, just real quick, I'll go back over your work here. Our total budget for the town, school, cans, came in at $5,550,319. A total increase of $164,236.81, which was a total of 3.05%. Okay, our free cash came in a lot higher than I ever thought. We came in at $950,652. So that allowed us to reset and get us where I was hoping for us to be.
In all reality, this is probably the best financial position the town's been in.
Yeah, long time, because we were always playing catch up. So, we're in really good shape financially. So, out of that free cash, we're going to, get a 1-ton truck for the DPW, retire that big one, that big old boy.
Yeah.
We're also, taking care of prior bills out of free cash for $500. Library building on the outside needs some major repairs. The trustees are gonna kick in $5,000. We're gonna take $10,000 out of free cash to help them pay for that. We're gonna transfer $450,000 into town stabilization. I think there's 301 in there now. Yeah, so it'll give us around 750,000 in stabilization, which would be nice. And then we're transferring, free cash, 150,000 over to, balance the FY26 budget. And the total free cash we're using on the warrant articles is gonna be $774,070.14. And then the balance left, that we'll have in free cash will be $176,581.86. We'll have a balance left of that too, not counting what's going into stabilization. Okay? And then the school's got some stuff coming out of their school stabilization. So last year when we did that roof project, the balance of that money that was left over, we transferred over. A year prior, you weren't on the board then, they voted to put $113,000 from free cash into the school stabilization for the roof project. So what we're going to do there is the slab out front of the school, we're going to transfer out of the school stabilization $19,500. So they're going to have a new slab out front, which is cracked and messed up. So they're going to stamp it, seal it. It's going to look nice. And then we're going to transfer $70,000 out of school stabilization for the ADA bathrooms. So we're going to have all the equipment, all the parts we need to buy. And then we're short term. We weren't able to get bids out right away for that. We're going to get the bids out later, but we're going to appropriate the money for it so we have it. So, and that was it. There was a total of appropriations for funding was $89,000. And that's pretty much it. I don't know if the finance has got any questions.
The bathrooms are not gonna physically be done until summer 27th, according to what I read.
Well, according to what according to what Tom said, because what we have to do is got to put a scope of work together for that. And he hasn't been able to get that done yet. So I talked to Superintendent Franzoni on Friday. I asked him, do you want me to keep that warrant article on the warrant? He said, yes, keep it on. So we're going to appropriate the money. If we get lucky, we get a scope together, we can get it out to bid. But in all reality, that has to be done in the summer. So chances are it won't be till the following summer. Yeah. So. Any questions on the budget? Okay.
No, where do we end up falling with under our levy cap?
Huh?
So where did we end up falling being with our levy cap?
11-1?
Our levy cap.
Our levy cap?
Yeah.
Where are we at levy cap?
I mean, this is an estimate, but the excess capacity is gonna be about 106,000.
Yeah.
It's just my estimate based on,
Our levy
you know,
cap.
you can't get an exact number because you don't know the property values yet, which
Yeah.
won't come out till the fall, but I use kind
Yeah,
of
nice
a
push.
similar to last year, and
Yeah.
then, so that was one of the reasons why we're needing free cash to reduce the tax rate, is because it will increase that excess capacity, because we were only at like $3,000. So if you go over, if you get up to zero, then you're gonna have to face a 2.5, possible 2.5 override if it got, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I suggested increase to use free cash to
Yeah.
offset the tax rate, because you'll build up. And this is just an estimate, so I kind of wanted, you know, and we talked to Romana about that too.
Yeah,
to,
yeah. Yeah, so we got to push
you
now, you know,
don't want to be that close all the
Yeah.
time,
no,
so.
that gives us a little cushion now, we got $100,000
Yeah.
in levy capacity,
And
a little bit more.
Yeah, new growth is estimated too, and it's not much.
No.
I think she said 4,000.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I think
So-
we overestimated last year.
yeah, and then also based on the state cherry sheet money, we don't know, that's not final yet either. And that's part of the problem. You can't pinpoint the numbers yet because you won't know that number till probably, oh gosh, when did they come out last year? Like late summer, maybe?
Yeah, because they never got the budget done.
Yeah.
They never do.
So that could fluctuate next go either way. So the numbers that I estimated are based on the house number, and that's what we have so far.
Yeah, I have to go by that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's good because now we have at least, hopefully, unless something changes on those numbers,
Yeah.
a good number for excess capacity.
Yeah.
That you haven't had.
Yeah.
So that's
good.
good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Any question on the warrant article?
Oh, we go through these.
You can go through them if you'd like. That's what we're here for.
Article 4,
Yeah, that's just revolving funds. Spending limits, you set spending limits every year for different departments.
I don't know this, but I think there's copies over there. We have that copy, just that copy.
What do you need?
No?
No, that's this one.
Here.
You just look at that one. This one right now.
That's just a generic number we set every year for spending limits to the Board of Health, gas inspector, wire inspector, plumbing inspector. I would just have to call those, they're like,
Those are for like fees that come in and then
Yeah.
it's a revolving fund, so the money comes in and then it's paid out.
yeah,
But by law, you have to do, you have to do this every year.
Yeah.
So those Article 4, if you have revolving funds,
Yeah.
you have to do that every year. And you could change the amount.
you can set higher amounts, lower amounts, whatever.
So it's a standard
Yeah.
article. For revolving. They don't affect the general fund at all.
Article 5 is basically stipends.
It's a stipends for board members, yeah.
None of that's changed, right?
No, it all stayed the same. Except, no, they all stayed the same.
As you go through Article 6 is the school budget, approving that. Article 7 is approving the McCann budget. Yeah, it's just, standard, article for the approving the select board of getting the guidance of, Mass DOT.
Yeah, Article 9 is basically all your different, legislative, yeah,
Yeah.
your budget.
Yeah,
Right. So,
10 Stewart, right?
No, it might be helpful if we kind of move this article, where like Article 10 starts right here, it's at the bottom of this page.
Page 5, just flip it to the next.
oh,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, I
Yeah.
feel like that would
yeah. I
flow
see
better
that.
and
Yeah, I see that,
add
yeah.
less confusion.
Yeah, no, you're right.
There's a,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we can send that over. We can send- Yeah, then Article 10 is our sewer.
Yeah.
Sewer, which we can't control,
no,
you know. Article 11 is transfer.
just make, we pay, where I live, where I'm the sewer,
Mm-hmm.
we pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
And what's this just say? You guys collect it, then pay it out?
Yeah, we get billed from the city of North Ave.
450 is a big cash.
Fifteen and 16 are the school stabilization transfers.
17.
17 was some bills, right, Lynn, from last year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually for the school.
Yeah. Article 19 and,
Oh, 18.
You don't have an 18?
No,
Yeah.
18.
yeah, I got, there's a typo there. Article 10, it's a typo. Article 18 should be Article 18, not 19.
Next, Article 19 is on the next page.
Yeah, that should be Article 18. And this is, Article 18 was one that was important because to see if the town will vote to amend Chapter 125 town meeting and elections. It gives the select board the ability to change the date of elections.
Okay.
Okay, and remember that was a thing there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just in case if, you know, something comes up and, you know, clerk's not available to work the election, we can shift that if need be.
Yeah, yeah. And then Article 19 was a kennel license that was brought up last year, and we inserted the new language. And so what it does is it designates the town administrator to appoint a board of health member or somebody else within the town to issue a kennel license.
Backing up to Article 17, is that correct? A 4/5
Yes, it is.
vote? I've never heard of that. So
It is, and yeah, they found it's Mass General Law, right?
Interesting.
It was funny, I never heard of it either, and, yeah.
I don't know if you've ever handled in your, maybe you've never had prior year bills.
No, no, never did, Never- yeah, but they hunted it, they found it, yeah. And then Article 20 is basically what it comes down to, that the Board of Assessors shall consist of 3 members. And what it does is whoever our assessor, town assessor is, becomes a voting member, be that 3rd member.
Okay.
Doesn't have to live in town, as long as she's the assessor, or he is the assessor, becomes a voting member of the board.
Okay.
And that's it. And what we're going to do is, we'll have to change that, Article 18. And then, Chief, ex-Chief Wins will post this on Wednesday. He'll post this on Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. Have to have you guys sign off on the main one, but we have to fix that Article 18.
Yeah. I'll get that 54 and sign up.
Yeah. But that's it. Any questions for finance? Huh? Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, we can do it right now.
It's
It's just at Article 18, yeah.
it's moving down that one line item for 10.
You guys are okay with this?
Absolutely.
Yep, okay?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a pretty clean budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3% this thing.
Yeah. I want to thank you guys too, for your time involved in it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're paid well.
Yeah.
Considering what we thought was starting late.
Yeah, we had done good together, pretty good. Yeah, it did.
Seemed to go considerably smoother this year.
Yeah.
Right.
than last year.
Yeah, last year was kind of a
Yeah.
head scratcher.
We're making adjustments at the last second.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thank you for your work on that too.
Oh,
No, it's been a good team effort, but it's been a great job this year.
Very smooth.
it's always down to the wire though.
So actually, while we're waiting for that, we can just jump back up. I held off on approving the minutes until you were here. So the approved minutes from April 21st, I found one little typo that I did email Markel, just changing Horgan, that's supposed to be Horgan Road there. So I think we're good to approve it with the amended change if you guys
Made a motion to approve. Second the motion.
all in favor?
Aye.
And there's one thing I can just announce here, we're having a town hall with Senator Marks and John Barrett. Will
Yeah.
be here Monday, the 11th at 10:30 till 12.
Yep, 10:30 to 12.
So anybody interested, has questions for the representatives, please come to town hall. We'll be meeting here in the select board.
Yep, be some coffee and refreshments and kind of an open forum. You can ask questions, to the senator and Brett Barrett. And
Ask about all that land the state has, and we don't get any money.
Suppose we could ask.
Yeah, you can ask.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Ron, do you have anything on the town administrator updates while you wait for that?
I just, next Monday, I have a kickoff meeting for the Bridgeville Water District. We finally got the contract done, engineering, contractor had a kickoff meeting Monday at 10 o'clock. Still waiting on the bridges.
So no.
I know they've done when we first met with them that day, there was a big rush, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw them working up on doing something, I don't know if it's the engineers. or
Yeah,
something,
they were up there.
measuring, last
Yeah.
Monday or Tuesday, I
Yeah.
think maybe it might have been Monday
Yeah.
morning, they were up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Brianna, got the grant for 2 speed signs, digital speed signs for Southern Middle Road. Foresight Engineering put the bid out for Lower Middle Road for the initial start of the contract, construction there. So, and then also up here on everybody's notice, but we have the new generator installed, all the ballards are in, everything's complete there, so that's done. And, well, it. Been busy, this is busy, it took a lot of time, so. It's done.
Excellent, thank you for all your work on that, Ron.
Yeah.
So the next thing is the town meeting that
Yeah.
all this gets.
Yeah, so you got election coming up on the 12th.
Yeah, so next Tuesday, election day,
Yeah.
at the senior center,
And then the
community
27th
center, excuse me.
will be town meeting. Town meeting. So. Hopefully people go out to the town meeting. Be nice to see people out there. Why ever better.
Well, everything should go smooth, I feel like there's nothing contentious or,
No, there's really nothing on there. It's really,
on the warrant that,
last year
we had quite a few people. I think we had more people at town meeting that voted last year.
Really?
The turnout, the vote was not good at all.
Well,
And
I remember one year we had it up at the senior center and they brought cheese and wine and stand on blankets on, remember that?
When they COVID it? Yeah,
Yeah.
we had it outside.
For the town meeting?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
might get more people that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Except you get the fun job of reading all this. Won't be as bad as last year. Half the articles.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a few last year.
If you need to go over the articles, we can stop
Well,
down. Yeah. Another thing I like the town to invest in is a sound system. We don't have one. We had to borrow Chris Caproni's last year to do town meetings.
That's a great point.
Yeah, I think that's something maybe we ought to look at, to down, eventually down the road.
We had that gentleman, Dan Santos, who came and visited. That was the one critique, that was the first critique he gave, was that our sound system was lacking.
Yeah.
It was very difficult.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I thought that was by design. I wonder if there's something we can buy for a better one for this year.
I don't know.
I think, I know people who have ones that are, just big charging speakers at their house that are better quality. You can buy anything you buy.
I bought a JBL one years ago.
Right.
DJs that came with a microphone. It actually worked pretty
Bring it
well.
in.
Oh, it's cooked now,
But, no,
it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Look at it.
No, this, we're gonna have a concert in the field. We're gonna have one in June, to get going now, this is done, so, we're gonna have it towards the, either one of the last 2 Fridays in June. I gotta go hold some performers. So,
wow.
but they look.
The good ones are booked.
Huh?
The good ones are already booked.
But I'm available. So,
I'm assuming the YMCA things,
They're going
that deal.
yeah,
they're at MCOA.
Yeah.
They're doing it at MCOA this year.
are they?
Yeah, that guy that came in here, Brendan, he's actually a Clarksburg resident.
Is he?
Yeah.
Really?
Middle Road.
Yeah. Well, it's probably better off, we don't have the water there and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think, especially after, the health department kind of noted that it has all the inspections, it has to meet certain criteria also,
Yeah.
so I think
Yeah.
the best fit not to have it there.
Much better off.
Do you want to just pass this as amended?
You can do it and then just sign it. I think we should be good for
Yeah.
just the article change, so actually,
That's all.
I make a motion to approve the town budget and warrant articles as amended.
just before, to do that two separate ones?
Two separate
Yeah.
ones.
Just two separate.
I'll make a motion to approve the FY 27 town budget as amended.
A second. All in favor?
Uh,
Aye. And then we do one for the
I make a
warrant.
motion to approve the warrant articles as amended.
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Pass. Good.
Yep.
Sign that back
Public
page.
comments, is it?
Does Northgate need to do any approvals on their end, or do they need to do a vote to approve anything?
No, just, they want to, well, actually, you should do a voice vote to approve the budget. You want to be kind enough.
Finance Committee approves the fiscal FY 27 budget as presented. I second the motion. Aye.
Okay. All right, excellent. Is there any public comments tonight? All right, well, I think we're good.
Good, good.
I'll close tonight's select board meeting at 5:05 PM.
Motion adjourned.